Hey guys, it's Prerak and today I'm sharing how I make my car go from this to this. Whenever you're washing your car, never wash it in direct sunlight as soon as the water will hit it will just evaporate. So whenever you're washing your car, make sure the car is not too hot. Make sure that you can put your hand on it for 5 to 6 seconds without any harm to your hands. Then it's ready to be washed. Otherwise water will hit it and evaporate straight away and leave water spots. And even for your own safety, you don't want to wash your car in direct sunlight or when it's really hot outside, as you can get a heat stroke and that would be really dangerous. Now let's look at the product I use. I use these spray pumps, two of these to be specific, one filled with water and the other filled with a shampoo solution. And the shampoo I use is from 3M. Link to every product is in the description below. Now this is optional and personal preference. I use ceramic wax by Meguiar's to seal the paint after I've cleaned it. I also recommend this liquid wax by 3M which I have used for a few years now. For the outer trim pieces, I use 3M's dashboard dresser and this sponge to apply it onto the tires only. A lot of you will ask me why am I even cleaning it with a spray pump and not with the proper hose. The area that I live in actually has issues with its water table, so I'm not allowed to spray down my car with water, let alone a power washer. So I use these spray pumps, small little spray pumps, and not only do I save a lot of water, but it's cost effective as well. This entire setup is not going to cost you more than 1500 rupees, I would say. So it's cost effective, it saves a lot of water, it's apartment friendly where you're not allowed to hose down your car. So that's why I'm going with this method, but obviously a foam wash or a proper pressure wash will be a lot more superior to this, will fetch you better results. But this is good enough for me and I'll show you how it works. And you require a bunch of microfiber cloths. You really cannot have enough of these things. As you can see, the car is pretty dirty. What I'm going to do is spray it down with water properly once and then spray it down with the soap solution that I have. Our aim here is to reduce the friction and to provide as much lubrication as possible between the paint and our microfiber cloths. The initial water spray takes care of the loose dust and the soap solution takes care of the grime that is on there and makes an envelope around the dirt and carries it down as its suds drip down. I'll explain how I got the foaming effect out of this spray gun. The thing is, foam is only soap plus some air and this only picks up water or the soap solution that you have. So I saw a video on Instagram of a person who has a ID for their bike, KTM, and they had uploaded a video and I will display it right here. What they did was they just punctured a hole in the tube right here, in this tube, this one, the thinner one, and it's pretty creative how they did that because foam is just soap solution plus some air and this only picks up water. So to pick up air they made a small hole up top right here and I did that as well. And I gotta give credit where credit's due. So yeah, this is how I achieved this sort of foam with this. They actually did another step. They added some Scotch Brite in here, I guess, and I couldn't do that. I could not remove this brass part or whatever metal it is, and so I just punctured a tiny hole in the pipe. But note that you can only use it for foam now. It won't be very effective of water. It won't give as much pressure. I tried it and yeah, the hole actually makes a difference. It actually foams it up a little. To provide even more lubrication, I wet the cloth as well and give it a nice wipe. Notice that I'm going in straight lines. If you were to introduce any minute scratches while wiping, they would be much less visible in straight lines and much more visible in circular motion. I gave it a wipe with a wet towel to pick up the dirt, and now to finish it off I'm giving it a wipe with a fresh clean dry cloth to dry this panel. I repeat this procedure for the rest of the car, but once again you see I wet the panel, spray it on with foam, get the wet cloth to absorb the dirt and give it a final wipe with a dry cloth after spraying some water onto the panel. The final water spray is to get rid of the shampoo solution completely. I use those panels to explain how I'll be doing the rest of the car. Generally, you would want to start from the top of the car and move down, as the bottom parts of the car are the dirtiest. By this time, I've picked up a third microfiber towel because the previous two have been saturated with water and shampoo solution. This pump has a few settings. If you tighten this all the way, it will throw a mist, as you can see. And if you open it all the way, not all the way, I mean till the very last thread, it will shoot a stream, as you can see. So for this part, for the seams, I used the stream of it, and it has cleaned it very nicely, as you can see. Now I'll share a neat trick to clean your entire windshield. Step number 1 is to completely drench your windshield with water and soap solution. Make sure to clean your wipers as well because they hold a lot of dirt. Now for the soap solution. And now you turn your windshield wipers on. The majority of your windshield is now cleaned. All that's left are the edges on all sides. I gave the windshield a nice wipe with 2 separate cloths to make sure it got dry with 0 streaks on it. And then I just continued to clean the car following the previous steps. Now for the most part the car is clean, but there are still a few things that we need to take care of, especially behind the fuel door and the door sills. Now what I like to do with these is take a cloth which is saturated with water and shampoo, but not with dirt. So I just take that cloth and give this area a nice wipe. Just one wipe. If it's too dirty, you will have to follow the procedure that we did with all the other panels as well. I went around the car wiping door sills and drying it off side by side to ensure that there was no streaking anywhere. This part is usually overlooked, but what's the first thing a person gets exposed to when opening the door? The door sills. It's important to keep them clean as well. With the car clean and free of dirt, now is the time to protect it. I usually use ceramic wax by Meguiar's, this specific product, but I actually used this last week when I did it. So I'm not going to be doing this right now. Another way is to go with the cream wax that the market has. This is the 3M cream wax and I highly recommend it. I used to use this, but now I've shifted to the ceramic wax. This has hydrophobic properties as well, so it beads off the water very easily. I applied this last week, so I don't have to reapply it because we were cautious enough to use 3M car shampoo, which did not reduce the life of the ceramic wax that I applied last week. So it's totally fine to leave it like this right now. I will explain how to apply it though. To apply the ceramic wax, all you need to do is spray water onto a panel and spray some of the ceramic wax onto the panel as well and buff it on. By buffing it on, I mean just put circular motion onto the panel and it will buff on, and after it has dried maybe 15 to 20 seconds later, buff it off, wipe it off with a cleaner towel, and the coat will be applied. This has no curing time, which means you don't have to wait to test it or you have to protect from water. There's nothing like that with this product, and because it has no curing time, so you can just apply it and forget about it. And this is your traditional cream wax. As you know, you just take some on your microfiber cloth, apply it, buff it on, and just buff it off. I won't be doing any of this onto this car because I applied this last week. While the wax was for the paint, what about these trim pieces? How do we protect these? To protect the trim pieces, I use 3M's trim dresser. It is called a dashboard dresser, but it's actually for any trim piece. And a fresh rag. I apply a little to the surface and just work it in with the rag. Be sure to not miss any points, as they will show later on when it dries. The reason I like this 3M product is it gives a matte finish. It doesn't give a shiny finish. It doesn't look too loud or too tacky. And we will apply this all over the car wherever there are trim pieces, plastic trim pieces. I went around the car and applied the dresser onto the trim pieces. This not only gives them a nice shine but also protects them against the sun. These plastic trim pieces lose their oils over time and get really faded. If you apply this every time you wash your car, you increase the life of these trim pieces by a lot. If in your car they've gotten totally grey, you'll need to give a lot of coats of this dresser so the trim pieces can absorb all the oils that the dresser has to offer. Now let's move on to cleaning the wheels, so they go from this to this. Again, spray it down with water, foam it up, agitate the dirt with the microfiber cloth. Here I'm using an older dirty cloth because wheels are really filthy and mine aren't in the best condition either. They have their blemishes. If your wheels are nicer and you care about them, use a fresh cloth here as well, but keep it aside for wheels alone. It should never touch the paint again. After giving the tires a nice scrub as well, I top it off with 3M dresser on a sponge and apply it evenly onto the tire to give it a long lasting shine. And I repeat this procedure for all the wheels. Yeah guys, this was it. This was my cleaning routine. This is what I do to clean and protect my car 3 to 4 times a month, I guess. On the other occasions it just stays clean. Car is being driven daily. If I'm taking it to college daily, then it actually gets a foam wash done every other week. Otherwise it just I clean it. I do it 3 to 4 times a month, and this is more in depth than a normal foam wash, I would say. And because the shops you take to, you don't know what sort of cloths they're using, if they have been used previously, if they haven't been used previously, when were they washed. So the cloths you're using, you know you washed them, you know they're clean, and you're using them. So this is safer than if you take it to a shop. But if you know the shop, if you know that the people are genuine, then obviously you can trust them. If there are any other questions left, leave them in the comments down below and I will be sure to answer them. And this is it from my side. I'll see you next time.